He moonwalked into history, broke every boundary in music, and lived under the harshest spotlight. This is the story of a child prodigy turned global phenomenon, a man whose music united the world and whose life captivated it. From the highs of Thriller to the heartbreak of legal battles, from screaming crowds to lonely moments behind the fame, Michael Jackson wasn't just a pop star, he was the pop star. This is the story of the king of pop. Born on August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana, Michael Jackson was the seventh of 9 children in a working-class family. From a tiny home filled with music and discipline, a star was about to rise. At just 5 years old, Michael joined his older brothers in a Motown dream, the Jackson 5. His voice, energy, and charm made him the standout. By age 11, they had their first #1 hit, I Want You Back. Michael wasn't just the youngest, he was the magic. But behind the scenes, the pressure was brutal. Rehearsals were strict. Childhood, nearly non-existent. He didn't just grow up in the spotlight, he was raised by it. By the late 70s, Michael was ready to step out on his own. In 1979, he released Off the Wall, and it was clear this was no longer just a Jackson 5 member. This was a new force in pop, with hits like Don't Stop, Till You Get Enough, and Rock With You. The album fused disco, soul, and pop in a way no one had before. It went 9 platinum and earned him his first Grammy. But Michael wasn't satisfied. He believed the industry still didn't take him seriously, and that Off the Wall was overlooked. It was a turning point. He became obsessed not with fame, but with greatness. Then came 1982 and Thriller. Michael wasn't just aiming for success, he wanted to change the world. Produced by Quincy Jones, Thriller was a masterclass in genre blending. Pop, rock, funk, even horror, all wrapped in groundbreaking music videos. And the numbers? Unmatched. It became the best-selling album of all time, with over 70 million copies sold. Michael Jackson became a global icon practically overnight. His music videos weren't just visuals, they were mini-movies. The red jacket, the zombies, the moonwalk. The world wasn't just watching, it was mesmerized. With Thriller, Michael Jackson didn't just become the most famous person on Earth, he became something more. A myth, a mystery, a megastar. But with fame came expectation. The world wanted more. And Michael delivered. Bad in 1987 pushed boundaries again, with 5 #1 hits and another evolution in style. But behind the dazzling lights, Michael was hurting. His appearance was changing, sparking rumors and controversy. The media obsession became relentless. Every move, every surgery, every silence dissected by tabloids. He built Neverland, not just a home, but a retreat. A place where the world couldn't reach him. At least not entirely. In the 1990s, Michael Jackson remained a global force. He released Dangerous and History, launched massive tours, and continued breaking records. But shadows began to loom larger than the spotlight. In 1993, shocking allegations surfaced. Child molestation claims that sent shockwaves through the world. Michael denied the accusations and settled out of court. But the damage to his image was done. He became more withdrawn. The media frenzy only intensified. In 2003, More charges followed this time, leading to a full-blown trial. The courtroom became a battleground, with fans rallying and critics circling. In 2005, he was acquitted on all counts. But the emotional toll? Devastating. Michael was never the same publicly or personally, away from the stage and spotlight. Michael longed for something simple, love and family. In 1994, he married Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis. Their relationship was as high profile as it was short-lived. Then came his second marriage to Debbie Rowe, who would become the mother of his first two children, Prince and Paris. A few years later, he welcomed his third child, Blanket, through a surrogate. Michael was an intensely private father. At Neverland Ranch, he tried to create a safe haven, shielding his kids from the world he couldn't escape. His parenting drew headlines from dangling Blanket over a balcony to wearing masks in public. But those who knew him say he was a loving, devoted father. For Michael, his children weren't a publicity tool, they were his peace. As the 2000s unfolded, the king of pop was no longer untouchable. The child molestation allegations resurfaced, this time landing him in court in 2005. Though he was acquitted on all charges, the trial shattered his reputation and spirit. Michael became reclusive, his public appearances rare, his health questioned. Financial troubles mounted. Neverland was abandoned, but in 2009 a glimmer of a comeback emerged. This is at 50 sold-out shows in London. Rehearsals began. The spark returned. Michael was ready to reclaim his throne, not just as a performer, but as an immortal force of music. And then, suddenly, it all ended. On June 25, 2009, the world stopped. Michael Jackson was going to cardiac arrest at just 50 years old. The king of pop had taken his final bow. The news rippled across the globe. Tributes poured in from every continent. Fans gathered outside hospitals, homes, and memorials. The man was gone, but the music, eternal. His funeral was watched by over 1 billion people. Even in death, Michael shattered records. In the years since, he's been immortalized in documentaries, hologram shows, Broadway plays, and streaming charts. His children Prince, Paris, and Blanket carry his legacy forward in their own ways. His estate, now worth over $2 billion, continues to thrive. Despite controversies, lawsuits, and debates, Michael Jackson remains what he always was, a global icon, a complex soul, a revolutionary artist who dared to dance on the edge of brilliance and tragedy.